News 5 is fighting for our future, giving a voice to kids who are falling through the cracks. For months, we've been telling you about a trail of failures that led up to the heartbreaking murder of 4-year-old Ta'naejah Garrett. Tonight, the Department of Children and Family Services says it has a plan to fix things.
One family that suffered a similar tragedy last year says it's looked at this 5-point plan and doesn't believe it goes far enough.
The county should have heard our cries in March of last year, and Anaya would still be here.
News 5's Amanda Van Allen is live for us tonight from the CFS office. And Amanda, the family's been very passionate about bringing reform to the agency.
Absolutely, Rob and Danita. That was the family of Ta'naejah McCloud. And little Ta'naejah was killed back in March of 2017 after her mother beat her to death. Now, that family has called CFS time and time again and tried to tell them about the little girl, but unfortunately, nobody listened. They say now the new things that CFS is trying to implement isn't enough.
First, it was Ta'naejah McCloud, killed at just 5 years old. A year later, it was Ta'naejah Garrett, murdered at only 4.
It's too many children losing their lives, being left behind by the system that is supposed to protect them.
These kids had similar tragic childhoods, abused for quite some time before their deaths. The abuse was reported to the Department of Children and Family Services, but both times they dropped the ball. Tuesday, DCFS introduced possible improvements, but Davina and Sierra Giles, the guardian of little Ta'naejah's brother, say the proposal does not get to the root of the problem.
Accountability is the big word for me, because if you're handling a case and a child passes, if it was something that you didn't do, you need to be held responsible.
Here's what DCFS is proposing: a listening tour where community members can talk to the folks in charge, a program for residents to call or email complaints. A sheriff's deputy is also going to help with investigations. They'll hire more social workers and start a citizens advisory board.
Any steps to increase community voice in child welfare is inherently important.
Rob Fisher, a professor at Case Western School of Applied Social Sciences, says although the plan lacks specifics now, he thinks this could mean change.
Particularly on the hiring more licensed social workers and the involvement of the sheriff's office in cases. I think that that's acknowledging a place where more infrastructure needs to be built.
But Giles says this just won't do, and she's fighting for more.
Everybody who will listen, they're going to hear our voice. We won't stop until these babies get the change they need.
Right now, there is an independent advisory board looking into Ta'naejah Garrett's case. They will report back to CFS with their findings and opinions. We are live tonight in Cleveland. Amanda Van Allen, News 5.